Hey everyone and welcome, I'm Bearwack and today I'm watching It's a Wonderful Life. This is a Christmas movie. It came out in 1946, which is the same year that The Best Years of Our Lives came out, and I really am enjoying black and white movies. I saw The Best Years of Our Lives last year. It's on Patreon. There's 12 Angry Men that I saw, which was amazing. Oh my god, there's a few more that I can't think of right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this one as well. It's very fascinating to see films in a different decade, and so the 1940s have been really interesting for me to dive into, and I'm hoping that at some point I'll get to sort of dive into every decade and sort of see what they have to offer. I know nothing from this movie aside from the fact that it's black and white and it came out in 1946, so I hope you're ready as I find out what it's all about. You are now in Bedford Falls. Welcome home, Harry Barley?
I owe everything to George Bailey.
Bailey.
Help my friend, Mr. Bailey.
What's wrong with Mr. Bailey?
Give him a break, God.
I love him, dear Lord.
Something's the matter with Daddy.
Some kind of mafia trouble?
Looks like we'll have to send someone down.
Clarence hasn't got his wings yet, has he?
Because, you know, sir, he's got the IQ of a rabbit.
You sent for me, sir?
Yes, Clarence. A man down on Earth needs our help.
Is he sick?
No, worse. He's discouraged.
Oh no.
That man will be thinking seriously of throwing away God's greatest gift.
Oh!
If I should accomplish this mission, might I perhaps win my wings? I've been waiting for over 200 years.
Clarence, you do a good job with George Bailey, and you'll get your wings.
Oh.
Go, Clarence, go! Yippee!
Hey, who's that?
George Bailey, when he was 12, back in 1919. Something happens here you'll have to remember.
Oh. This is important. Like playing curling. Oh no! Oh crap! Well, I didn't think there'd be an open...
Saved his brother's life that day, but he caught a bad cold, which infected his left ear.
Huh.
Cost him his hearing in that ear.
Okay.
Who's that? A king?
That's Henry F. Potter, the richest and meanest man in the county.
Rich and mean. Bad combination.
Wish I had $1 million. Hot dog!
I love the expressions. Hot dog!
Help me down. Help you down?
Goodbye, Violet.
Made up your mind yet? I'll take chocolate.
Good choice.
You don't like coconuts. Say, Brainless, don't you know where coconuts come from? A new magazine. Only us explorers can get
Oh,
it.
he's an explorer.
I'll love you till the day I die. I'm going out exploring someday, and I'm going to have a couple of harems, and maybe 3 or 4 wives. Wait and see.
He knows what he wants, huh, kid?
You're not paid to be a canary.
Why is this guy crying? What's wrong? What? Oh. Oh. Okay.
Anything I can do back here?
Oh,
I'll get them, sir.
take those caps and over Mrs. Blaine.
Poison.
They have the diphtheria there, haven't they, sir?
Yeah.
Is it a charge, sir?
Joy.
Yes, sir.
All I'm asking for is 30 days more. I'll dig up that 5,000 somehow. These families have children.
Not my children.
You can't begin to spend all the money you've got.
Oh, I suppose I should give it to miserable failures like you.
Oh my gosh. What? He is mean.
Why didn't you deliver him right away? Don't you know that boy's very sick?
Oh gosh.
You put something wrong in those capsules. You got the telegram and you're upset. Look at the bottle you took the powder from. It's poison.
Oh.
Don't hurt my sawyer again.
Oh, no,
Don't hurt
no,
my
no.
sawyer again.
Oh.
I know you're feeling. I would have felt so. Hope to die, I won't.
This kid. Oh.
I want a big one.
I want you to take a good look at that face.
Who is it?
George Bailey.
Oh, okay, that's George Bailey.
Did he ever tell anyone about the pills?
Not a soul.
Of course not.
I wish I had $1 million. Hot dog!
Hot dog.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey.
Hello, Violet.
Oh, hi, Violet. This is so old-timey. I can see why pop culture just really has the same vibe. It's so fun seeing it. Feels like they're in like their 30s minimum, right? Like hot dog.
You lay a hand on me, I'll hit you with this broom.
Annie, I'm in love with you. There's a moon out. No gin tonight, son.
Oh, Pop, just a little.
No, son, not one drop.
He won't know.
I act like that when I graduate from high school.
High school?
Pretty young for that job.
Oh, no younger than I was.
Oh, okay. So early 20s.
Well, Annie, why don't you draw up a chair? Then you'd be more comfortable and you could hear everything that's going on.
I would if I thought I'd hear anything worth listening to.
I couldn't face being cooped up for the rest of my life in a shabby little office. No, I'm sorry, Pop. I didn't mean that.
It's just not for him.
I just feel like if I didn't get away, I'd bust.
You're right, son.
You see what I mean, don't you, Pop?
I hope so.
You've got talent, son. I've seen it. You get yourself an education and get out of here.
Oh,
I think you're a great guy.
this is sweet.
Boy, did you hear that, Annie?
I heard it's about time one of you lunkheads said it.
Okay, so I'm not even gonna guess ages anymore because I'm completely off.
Yeehaw!
Uh-oh, Sam Wainwright. Hello, Boyle.
Hello.
George. Marty!
Oh,
You remember George. This is Mary.
do I?
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Now, to get back to my story, see? Hey,
Oh,
this
no.
is my dance.
Oh, why don't you stop annoying me?
You look at me as if you didn't know me.
Well, I don't.
You pass me on the street almost every day.
I'd recognize you.
I'm not very good at this.
Neither am I.
Okay, what can we lose?
That's the best when both people don't know how to dance.
Did you know there's a swimming pool under this floor? And did you further know that George
Oh,
Bailey
no.
is dancing right over that crack?
Okay, that's great.
I've got the key.
How convenient. Oh no! We're so close. This is the time. Everyone, join in! Now that's a party. Join in!
Oh, hot dog.
Hot dog.
You know, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will say it.
Oh.
18.
18? Why, it was only last year you were 17.
Oh my god. Weird.
You're a caboose, me lady.
You may kiss my hand.
Hey, Mary.
Oh.
It's full of romance, that old place. I'd like to live in it.
In that place?
Renovated a bit.
It's right in the second floor there, see?
Good job. What was your wish?
What'd you wish, George?
Well, not just one wish, a whole hatful.
Oh, that's being greedy.
I'm going to build airfields. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high. I'm going to build bridges a mile long.
What's wrong with that? Oh no. Is she wishing the opposite?
What'd you wish, Mary?
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight?
What'd you wish when you threw that raw?
Oh
You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. I'll give you the moon, Mary.
I'll take it.
Am I talking too much?
Yes. Why don't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
How's that?
his.
Hey, hold on. Hey, mister, come on back out here. I'll show you some kissing that'll put hair back on your head. What do you...
Oh no. Oh boy. She's gonna look really old without any clothing.
This is a very interesting situation.
Please give me my robe.
He's got all the power now.
In order to get this robe, I've got it. I'll make a deal with you, Mary.
All right. Uh-oh.
George, come on home, quick. Your father's had a stroke.
Oh no! Poor old dad.
I want the board to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out here these past few months.
Oh.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose.
Oh no.
I claim this institution is not necessary to this town. I make a motion to dissolve this institution.
I second Mr. Potter's motion.
What?
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. Oh, I don't mean any disrespect to him.
Right.
But ideals without common sense can ruin this town.
George?
Wait a minute. Now, you're right when you say my father was no businessman. I know that. He never once thought of himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Billy? But he did help a few people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter.
He's a good man.
People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
George, they voted Potter down. They want to keep it going.
Nice.
They've appointed George here as executive secretary to take his father's place.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now.
Yes.
I'm going to school. This is my last chance. Uncle Billy here. He's your man.
They'll vote with Potter otherwise.
Oh. This is why he's discouraged.
He gave his school money to his brother Harry and sent him to college.
Oh.
George got 4 years older, waiting for Harry to come back and take over the building and loan.
And it's not gonna happen, right? Is this all of Mary's doing?
Old Professor Phi Beta
George,
Kappa,
geographic explorer
all
Bailey. What,
American
no husky
Bailey.
dogs, no sled?
He's not an explorer?
I want you to meet Ruth.
Hello. How do you do?
Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
Oh.
What am I doing? Congratulations! Hey, what's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother?
Father offered him a job.
George,
Oh, no.
about that job. I never said I'd take it. Well, I won't let you down, George.
George. That's all Harry ever talks about.
What about this job?
Oh, well, my father owns a glass factory in Buffalo. He wants to get Harry started in the research business.
Is it a good job?
Oh, yes, very.
Poor George. Oh.
Thank you, George. Oh boy, oh boy. Now.
Oh boy, oh boy. They all have their saying, hot dog. Hee-haw. They did say he never thought of himself. Time to push off the trip.
How do you like her?
Oh, she's swell.
She's swell.
Can you give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary? She lights up like a firefly whenever you're around.
Excuse me. I got a date.
You think so?
We'll wait for you, baby.
Hello, Violet.
Hello, Georgie Porgy.
What?
Oh, Vi now, okay.
Where are you going?
Probably end up down at the library.
The library?
What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Are you game, Vi? Let's make a night of it.
Oh, I'd love it, Georgie. What'll we do?
The library.
We can go up to the falls. It's beautiful up there in the moonlight. And smell the pine.
Not her kind of night.
Walk in the grass in my bare feet.
Oh, no. Hello, Mary.
What are you doing? Picketing? Have you made up your mind?
Left ear.
What?
About coming in. Your mother just phoned and said you were on your
Oh.
way over to pay me a visit.
Of course, thanks, Ma. George lassos the moon. First step is unlocking the door.
I didn't tell anybody I was coming over here, you know. Let's get that dress.
You like it?
I'd prefer it off.
I thought you would go back to New York like Sam and Angie and the rest of them.
I guess I was homesick. My family and...
You? Mm.
I still can't understand it, though. You know, I didn't tell anybody I was coming here.
I've got it.
George Bailey? What's he want?
Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
Oh.
He's making violent love to me, Mother. Why don't you go home?
That's where I'm going. I don't know why I came here in the first place. Good night.
Good night.
Your hat. Oh.
Hello?
Forgot my hat.
Hee-haw. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Oh.
Oh, well, that's awfully sweet of you, Sam. There's an old friend of yours here, George Bailey.
Hee-haw. He hasn't changed since he was a kid.
What are you trying to do, steal my girl?
Oh, what do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal anybody's girl here.
I may have a job for you, unless you're still married to that broken-down building in Lowell. Will you tell lifetime, do you hear? The chance of a lifetime.
Oh, boy, they're really close. Oh, there we go. Here it goes.
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Yeah, George.
Now, you listen to me. And I don't want to get married ever to anyone. I want to do what I want to do.
George.
Oh, go away.
Where are you two going on this here now, honeymoon?
Traveling?
We're gonna shoot the works. A whole week in New York, a whole week in Bermuda, the highest hotels, the oldest champagne, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
Oh.
After that, who cares?
Don't look now, but there's something funny going on over there at the bank, George.
No.
Please, let's not stop,
I'll
George.
be back in a minute, Mary.
All I know is the bank called our loan.
When?
About an hour ago, I handled all our cash.
All of it.
What?
And then I got scared, George, and closed the doors. I...
Oh, no.
George, it's Potter.
Ah, that bastard.
Mobs get pretty ugly sometimes, you know. I am going all out to help in this crisis, and I will pay 50 cents on the dollar.
Boy, you never miss a trick, do you, Potter?
If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you will never reopen.
Oh my gosh, what kind of horrible luck does George have?
George, was it a nice wedding? Gosh, I wanted to be there.
But, George, I got my money here.
The money's not here. Well, your money's in Joe's house. That's right next to yours.
Oh, no, 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 no.
I got $242 in here.
Okay, Tom. All right.
But there's no money.
Old man Potter will pay 50 cents on the dollar for every share you got.
No, Tom, you have to stick to your original agreement. Now, give us 60 days on that.
Are you going to Potter's?
Better to get half.
If Potter gets a hold of this building and alone, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. Can't you understand what's happening here? Don't you see what's happening?
Please get to them.
But my husband hasn't worked in over a year, and I need money.
How am I going to live until the bank opens?
Isn't it just a week?
Kids on faith. I've got to have...
How much do you need?
Hey!
Oh, no.
I got $2,000. Here's $2,000. This will tide us over to the bank reopens.
I suppose $20?
Okay, okay. Good.
But it's your own money,
Now,
George.
never mind about that. How much do you want now? You don't have to sign anything. I know you pay when you can.
Could I have $17.50?
Look, we're still in business. We still got $2 left. Holy mackerel, I'm married.
You are. Where's Mary?
Listen, dear, I'm sorry. Come home. What home? 320 Sycamore. Well, what? Whose home's that?
That's our home.
Get that right. All right, all right.
Is this all of Mary's doing, or is this like joint effort, everyone in town?
Good evening, sir. Entree, monsieur.
Oh. Just don't look at that. Oh, look at this.
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
It's always like the glamour filter when women are on screen.
Mary, where did you...
The romantic glow or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
Remember the night we broke the windows in this old house? This is what I wished for.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Here, get in here. One at a time, get right up on the seat there.
He's really doing everything for everyone else, making everyone's lives better. Might as well have a goat. Bailey Park. Oh, that's swell.
Look, Mr. Potter, you can't laugh off this Bailey Park anymore. Dozens of the prettiest little homes you ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey family's been a boil on my neck long enough.
What are you gonna do?
You have beaten me, George. A young man who has to sit by and watch his friends go places. Point is, I want to hire you.
Hire me?
Yeah, I want you to manage my affairs, George.
No.
I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
20,000.
You're not talking to somebody else around here, are you? How about the building and loan?
Oh, confounded man. Are you afraid of success? Is it a deal or isn't it?
Gotta think about it.
If it'd be possible for you to give me 24 hours to think it over.
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Potter.
Ew.
I don't need 24 hours. I don't have to talk to anybody. I know right now. And the answer's no. No! I'd say you were nothing but a scurvy little spider.
Aww.
Why in the world do you ever marry a guy like me?
To keep from being an old maid. I didn't want to marry anybody else in town. I want my baby to look like you.
You what?
My baby?
You pregnant? Even I knew that. Come on.
Mary, you on the nest?
George?
Is that what we call it?
What is it, a boy or a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you've probably already guessed that George never leaves Bedford Falls. Mary had her baby, a boy.
Thankfully, Mary didn't have a little lamb.
Night after night, George came back late from the office.
Just a little bit more depressed every time, right?
Then came a war. Mary had 2 more babies, but still found time to run the U.S.
So many.
Potter became head of the draft board.
What? How is he still alive? Die already.
Harry, a Navy flyer, he shot down 15 planes.
Ooh la la, Harry.
George fought the Battle of Bedford Falls. This morning, they...
Look at that!
Yeah, Harry.
Hi, you old 7 times the son of a gun. Huh? Congratulations.
Hot dog.
Oh.
This is not good, right?
Good morning, Mr. Potter. What's the news?
Oh, well.
The cuts are a bit iffy sometimes.
Well, aren't you going to make a deposit?
Oh, sure I am.
Well, then it's usually customary to bring the money with you.
Oh, shucks.
Oh no.
Bailey.
No. Uncle Billy. No.
If I had any character...
Well, it takes a lot of character to leave your hometown. It's a loan now. That's my business, building and loan. Besides, you'll get a job.
I'm glad I know you, George Bailey.
Oh no, you gotta remove that lipstick, please.
But the bank examiner's here. He's here.
Yeah. I lost $8,000.
Over every step you took since you left the house, right?
Oh, I ran into Mr. Potter.
I can't think anymore. It hurts.
Where's that money, you silly, stupid old fool?
Oh, George.
Bankruptcy and scandal and prison. That's what it means.
Damn it, Mr. Potter.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Everything's all right. Must she keep playing that?
I have to practice it for the party tonight.
Families will be here soon.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
Good for you.
Zuzu, well, what's the matter with Zuzu?
The cuts are...
She's got a cold. She's in bed.
Drafty old barn of a place.
Oh.
You call this a happy family? Why do we have to have all these kids?
He never fixed it.
Well, what happened to you?
I want a flower. Look, Daddy. Paste it.
We'll paste this together.
He's so...
Try and get some sleep.
I'm not sleepy.
Too bad.
That Zuzu's teacher? Say, what kind of a teacher are you anyway? What do you mean sending her home like that, half naked? You realize she'll probably end up with pneumonia on account of you?
Oh, gosh.
Stupid, silly, careless people.
Oh my god, George.
Hello, Mrs. Welch. I want to apologize.
Hello? Oh.
Hello, who's this? Oh, Mr. Welch. Give me a chance to tell you what I really think of your wife.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, Mr. Welch, anytime you think you're man enough, you... Hello? Janie, haven't you learned that silly tune yet? You play it over and over again. Now stop it, stop it!
No, don't destroy it.
Sorry, Mary. Janie, I'm sorry.
Isn't it until 10 p.m.?
Oh, Daddy.
The kids are terrified.
George, why must you torture the children? Why don't you...
Damn it, Uncle Billy and Mr. Potter.
Shall I pray for him?
Yes, Janie, pray very hard.
Everyone's praying for him. Everyone.
Hello? Uncle Billy?
What the hell's going on?
I've got to raise $8,000 immediately. Please help me, Mr. Potter. Help me, won't you, please?
You have $8,000. Yeah.
You misplaced $8,000.
No.
What kind of security would I have, George?
I have some life insurance. $15,000 policy.
And you asked me to lend you $8,000.
Please just be nice for once in your life, Mr. Stupid Head.
You're worth more dead than alive. But I tell you what I'm going to do for you, George.
Oh, no.
I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds.
Oh my gosh, what a piece of trash. You're worth more dead than alive.
Please go home, Mr. Bailey.
Bailey? Which Bailey?
This Mr. George Bailey.
Who you looking for? No. Oh, okay, yes.
Next time you talk to my wife like that, you'll get worse.
Oh.
His name is Welsh. He don't come into my place no more.
That's what I get for praying.
Oh. Oh, no.
Now look what you did. My great-grandfather planted this tree.
No. Clarence?
Help!
Oh.
Help! Help!
He's got him. He'll always help people.
I didn't have time to get some stylish underwear. I passed away in it.
Where do you come from?
Heaven? I knew if I were drowning, you'd try to save me. You see, you did. And that's how I saved you.
Sneaky.
I'm the answer to your prayer. That's why I was sent down here.
How'd you know my name?
Oh, I know all about you.
From his childhood.
Why'd you want to save me?
For I'm your guardian angel. Ridiculous of you to think of killing yourself for money.
And I think just things like that. Now, how do you know that?
How do you know that?
I'm worth more dead than alive.
Now look, you mustn't talk like that. I won't get my wings with that attitude. You just don't know all that you've done.
You've done so much.
Oh, this isn't going to be so easy.
You gotta earn your wings.
Suppose it'd been better if I'd never been born at all.
That's not it at all.
Wait a minute, that's an idea.
Show him. Oh, can he show him? I don't know if that's how
got your
his
wish.
powers work.
You've never been bored.
Let's see what things look like.
Well, this is where I left my car, and it isn't here.
You have no car.
You weren't born.
I ran into it. Cut a big gash in the side of it there.
Are you drunk, guy?
You had me worried. One of the oldest trees in Pottersville.
Pottersville.
Bedford Falls.
I mean Pottersville. Don't think I know where I live.
Well, maybe I left the car up at Martini's. Well, come on, Gabriel.
Clarence.
No, Martini, your boss. Where is he?
Hey, look, I'm the boss. You want a drink or don't you?
Never saw a neck act like that before.
You'll see a lot of strange things from now on.
Yeah, because you haven't been born.
Where do you come off calling me Nick? Hey, you rummy there. Come here, come here. Didn't I tell you never to come panhandling around here? Huh?
He's not doing good. He probably lost his... lost his job for the poison pills?
That rumhead spent 20 years in jail for poisoning a kid.
Get out of there.
What do you mean I wasn't there? Remember
You weren't
this
born. Pay attention there, George.
It's because you were not born.
Well, if I wasn't born, who am I?
You're nobody.
That'd be interesting.
They're not there either.
What?
Zuzu's petal.
Yeah.
A chance to see what the world would be like without you.
That's what you wanted. Guessing his house has been bulldozed down.
Artie, take me home. I'm going off my nut.
320.
Yeah, hurry up. Zuzu's taking me home.
Oh, Georgie. Got it crazy in here.
This house ain't been lived in for 20 years.
I thought he would have bulldozed it to build more houses to have more rent.
We better keep our eye on this guy. He's bats.
What's the matter with you two guys? You were here on my wedding night. He says he's an angel. He's trying to hypnotize me.
Oh, no, no. Oh, why are you biting him?
George there!
Oh. Simple.
Mother, this is George.
George who? If you're looking for a room, there's no vacancy.
Oh, no.
He's been in the insane asylum ever since he lost his business. And if you ask me, that's where you belong.
Each man's life touches so many other lives.
Crazy, yeah.
You sure this is Bailey Park?
No, I'm not sure of anything anymore.
You weren't here to build them. Your brother, Harry Bailey, broke through the ice and was drowned at the age of 9.
No one was there to save him.
He saved the lives of every man on that transport.
Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry.
Yeah, there we are. 8 years old.
You really had a wonderful life.
It's a wonderful life.
Tell me where my wife is.
I'm not supposed to tell.
Where is she?
She never married.
Where's Mary? Where is she?
Just about to close up the library!
Oh, he likes going to the library. They really made her appearance very different. Okay, this is creepy. Poor Mary.
I don't know. You let me go.
Mary, please. Oh, don't do this to me. Help me.
Oh, no.
That's my wife.
Let me go.
Oh, fainting. Oh.
Get me back. I don't care what happens to me. Get me back to my wife and kids. I want to live again. I want to live again.
Oh, good.
Hey, George.
You're back.
Bert, do you know me? Know you? You kidding? My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding! Zuzu's pedals!
He sounds pretty crazy.
Merry Christmas!
Oh.
Well, Merry Christmas!
Bedford Falls, not Pottersville.
Hey! Merry Christmas, Mr. Bert!
In jail!
Oh, bah humbug. Be nice.
Mr. Bailey, there's a deficit.
I know, $8,000. Isn't it wonderful? I'm going to jail. Hey!
Oh.
Jenny, Tommy.
George, darling, where are you? Oh. Come on, George, come on downstairs. Quick, they're on their way.
All right.
All the townsfolk are gonna pitch in?
George, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Everybody in here.
Told some people you were in trouble and they scattered all over town collecting money.
Oh, Mary, what a peach.
Another run on the bank?
I'm not gonna go, George. I changed my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saving this money for a divorce if ever I get a husband.
Oh, Annie, she's amazing.
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you, George.
It's from London. Mr. Gower cabled you need cash. Stop. My office instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas.
I guess no warrant anymore, huh?
Harry, how about your banquet in New York?
Oh, I left right in the middle of it. As soon as I got Mary's telegram.
Oh.
To my big brother, George, the richest man in town.
No man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
I guess you'll have to say the teacher's doing good, huh? Oh boy. A very different Christmas movie, but an amazing one, a wonderful one even. Wow. Right. So I loved it. Absolutely amazing. I think James Stewart, the guy's name, the actor's name, he got to play such a wide range of emotions, and he did so well going from, I mean, okay, and I was like in his early 30s when we first started, but he's like in his early 20s. And so he went from, early 20s all the way to now. family. I don't know how old he is. And yeah, it's amazing. But it just goes to show you just how much of an impact someone has on people around them. So I love the concept of just being able to see a future where, you weren't born, to see how things would be different. This is something I've always been wondering. Like, I've always been curious about, being like, what would happen if I wasn't born, or if I did something different? So instead of, going to engineering, I did behavioral neurosciences, or whatever I decided to do. Where would I be, and where would the people close to me now, where would they be? How would their lives be different? Some of them would probably have a better life. Some of them would have maybe a worse life. Some of them the same kind of life. I don't know. I judge people's quality of life based on how happy they are, not by money or status or whatever. To me, it's happiness is the important thing. Freaking Mr. Potter. Glad he's in a cupboard under the stairs after this. So I love how in the beginning he does certain acts of kindness. He's always helping others, and then we get to see that, hey, if he wasn't born, then all of this would be different, which is true, because his brother would have died, I guess, in the ice. The friends wouldn't have saved him, and then the pharmacist, having lost his son and then accidentally given poison pills, going to jail. It's really nice to see how that is. I love the script. I think it's so well done, fascinating. My only issue with this is some of the cuts or the transitions were they were not great, but that's okay. That was the only thing that really stood out to me in the entire movie that was not immersive. I guess it took me out because they'd be moving and then they would cut and they'd be standing still, and I'm like, oh, okay. I've done a lot of cuts like that in film where I had certain scenes and I didn't really think of how they would flow through together, so that's sort of what it reminds me of, which that's okay. Mary, what an MVP. Wow, she's really, really great. She's understanding with George. I'm not sure what women would do going to college and then they would just not work. I don't really know how that all works back in the 1940s. Because didn't Violet go to college? And then she came back and I don't know what she was doing in town. Did she have a job? I don't really know what was going on. Mary came back from college and I guess she just never got a job. I don't know. Different time. That's all I know. But she was absolutely phenomenal. Understanding George not being able to go to anywhere outside of Bedford Falls, basically. And then Mary brought everything to them for the honeymoon. That's just swell. And having the cop and the taxi driver sing outside the house. Oh, just really so sweet. And then at the end, just getting everyone, telling everyone in trouble and then everyone pitching in. Honestly, she was fantastic. But this is so real because a lot of people have aspirations. They're like, oh, I want to travel the world. I'm going to do all that. And then things in life get in the way. Sometimes you don't get to travel the world. Sometimes things keep happening and then it just doesn't happen. So everything that you've wanted to do gets put to the side. It's sad to see. But again, if George had decided to just go off, and travel, everyone's lives would have been very different. It would have been basically Pottersville. And so it's really interesting to see how everyone's decisions in life can affect so many things. I like to think that George eventually ends up traveling a little bit with Mary. I think so. I mean, they've got all that money now. Just wait till the kids are 18, ship them out, go travel, be happy. I think James Stewart did an amazing job just showing his frustration, building up over everything with it. And the scenes just showing the kids making so much noise, then he's stressed out, he's frustrated, he's trying to deal with it. Kids keep pushing at him and being like, attention, attention, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. It's like, oh my God, just stop. Oh, wow. They really did such a great job with building up the tension more and more. And I was getting so frustrated. And Clarence, smart of him to jump in, because if George sees someone who needs help, he's going to help. He's not going to think of himself. He's going to think of the other people. And that's exactly what he did. I think it's such a well-written story. It really, really is. It's just, it all works so well together. At first I was like, what the hell's going on with the galaxies talking to each other? I was like, this is bizarre. And then I thought it was going to be a comedy, and I was like, oh no. I'm really glad it wasn't a comedy. But when they were talking, we had Clarence and Joseph. I feel like there was someone else there. When they were talking, I was like, oh gosh. Oh, when we had the flashbacks with narrating his life, I was fine with it until they froze, and like Clarence was like, oh, why did you freeze? Oh, take a look at this face. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I think I would have been perfectly fine not having the voiceover and just going through it, his life, like we can figure it out. So anyways, there's a couple of things I wasn't a huge fan of. I'm really glad that it didn't turn out to be a comedy. It was really well done drama. I guess there's like some supernatural aspects and a nice family Christmas movie. But it's really good to look at your life, and even though things might suck, there are still some good things about it. I think it's a really wonderful message, wonderful movie, and it's a wonderful life. So James Stewart was nervous about the phone kiss scene because it was his first on-screen kiss since his return to Hollywood after the war. Because this came out in 1946, so it seems he went to war. So under director Frank Capra's watchful eye, Stewart filmed the scene in only one unrehearsed take, and it worked so well that part of the embrace was cut because it was too passionate to pass the censors. Oh my. Too passionate to pass the censors? I really wonder what the censors were like back then, 1946. Yeah, I think that would be amazing to see, take a movie from back then that's like rated, I don't know what the ratings were, if there were ratings, but you know, that was deemed too steamy or you couldn't get past the censors, and see what it's rated like now, probably like PG-13. Sam makes a fortune in plastics while Harry becomes an engineer at his father-in-law's glass factory. Both of these come out of director Frank Capra's own education in chemical engineering. Capra himself was unable to find a job with his background, and like George Bailey, considered himself a failure for many years. This is a very common thing, people always thinking they're failures. It really sucks that we're our own biggest critic, and like, it's so unfortunate, right? We hold ourselves up to such high standards. If a friend was going through the same thing we were going through, a lot of times we'd be like, our friend is doing great. But when it happens to us, then we're like, yeah, no, I'm failing. This is terrible. It's so interesting how that works. What I try to do is treat myself like I would treat a friend. So if I do something and I'm like, wow, that sucked, I'm like, okay, well, if my friend did this, would I still think it sucked, or would I say they did a great job? Like, and honestly mean it, not just say it and pretend. So it's so common and so unfortunate. So during the bank run scene, director Frank Capra rehearsed the scene between James Stewart and Ellen Corby several times. When Corby's character was asked how much money she needed, she replied $17, which was in the script. Just prior to the first actual take, Capra took Corby aside and told her to give Stewart an odd number, thinking it would be funnier. When she said $17.50 to Stewart, he was taken off guard and impulsively kissed her, which was not in the script. Stewart's spontaneous reply was so genuine that Capra left the scene in the final film. Which is something, I love when that happens, when you ad-lib something or the director gets you to do something different to have the other actor see their genuine reaction. I love seeing that because you never know what's going to happen. And sometimes the genuine emotion or reaction is so great to see. Things like this, I love it. And like, it's not something, you didn't tell her to do something different, like, oh, I don't need any money or something like that, right? But just changing it just a little bit, it still serves the story the exact same thing, but having someone else react to it and just be taken off guard is fantastic to see. I love it. So during filming, James Stewart was actively suffering from PTSD and depression due to his service in World War II. Stewart told friends that he related a lot to the character of George Bailey. Some of the scenes where George acted out in anger was considered cathartic for Stewart and his struggles with mental health. Stewart's acting became notably darker after the war as he knew he had killed civilians in Germany and occupied France. That's so unfortunate. It makes sense why his acting would become darker after that. You can't just go back to what you were doing before. I don't know if he did anything comedic beforehand, but I guess he was acting before the war, went to war, came back, and then went back to acting. I'm glad that some of the scenes was considered cathartic for him, at least. Anything that can help is a positive thing. Well, that is it for IMDb's trivia. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a wonderful movie. I didn't know anything going into this, and I was confused at the beginning, and then as things went on, it all made more sense. And I was just like, oh man, this poor guy is just, he's like, I'm gonna go traveling, I'm gonna do all these things, explore, and then one thing after the other, he can't. I would love to know your thoughts on this movie. I'm gonna be rewatching this. I'm also curious to see James Stewart in other films, and also Donna Reed. Yeah, Donna Reed, who played Mary, because I don't know, Mary was just amazing. From Here to Eternity. Oh, that's the movie where the beach scene from Shrek comes from, I believe. I will say one thing about actors in the 1940s and or 50s, I'm not sure. The actresses seem to all have a similar hairstyle, and I have such a hard time telling them apart. Just like, I like going by hair to like know what character is what. So Violet had like really light blonde hair, which helped, and Mary had not that. And thankfully there weren't that many other female characters. There's the mother, but she looks very different. She's older. There's Mary's mother, who always had a frown on her face. So there weren't that many female characters, thankfully, because I'm like, if there's a bunch of them with the same hairstyle and the same hair color, I'd be like, I don't know which one's which. I just want to thank everyone on Patreon for supporting me. If you want to support the channel or just have access to all full-length reactions and even have a chance to win the Marble Race. Marble Race runs once a month, and the winner gets to choose a movie for me to watch. You can do so by joining Patreon. The link is in the description, or also all my reactions are available on The Shot. So if you just want to have like a one-off full-length reaction, you can get it on The Shot. A wonderful movie. I'm so glad I watched it. I think it's my favorite Christmas movie. Die Hard is high up there though, but I think this one takes the top. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.